In February of 1959, 9 experienced hikers died in the Ural Mountains. There were no witnesses, no survivors, and no clear explanation. The case was officially closed, but it was never resolved. Decades later, the evidence still refuses to settle into a single answer. This is the verdict. The Soviet Union in 1959 was defined by secrecy. Information was controlled. Investigations were brief. Conclusions were final, whether complete or not. This context matters, because how a case is investigated shapes how it survives, and this case would survive with gaps. The hikers were not amateurs. They were students and graduates, experienced in winter conditions, led by Igor Dyatlov. They planned a demanding trek, but not an impossible one. This matters, because experience changes how panic is interpreted. The group traveled through remote terrain in harsh winter weather. Visibility could collapse without warning. Wind could disorient direction. Cold reduced survival margins. At one point, they altered their route. Whether intentional or forced remains unclear. The group pitched their tent on a mountain slope, not sheltered in forest, not fully exposed either. This decision would later raise questions, but decisions in extreme conditions are rarely perfect. Searchers later found the tent abandoned. It had been cut open from the inside. Footprints led away, some barefoot, some wearing socks only, some inadequately dressed for the cold. This detail became central. It suggested urgency, not planning. The first bodies were found near the forest line. They showed signs of exposure. This initially suggested hypothermia, but the pattern did not end there. Additional bodies were discovered weeks later, some farther from the tent, some buried under snow, some with injuries inconsistent with simple exposure. Spacing suggested movement, not immediate death. Autopsies revealed mixed causes of death. Several hikers died from hypothermia. These findings were consistent and uncontroversial. Cold alone can kill quickly, even experienced individuals. Other hikers suffered severe internal injuries, chest trauma, skull fractures, in some cases without corresponding external wounds. This raised immediate questions. High force without visible damage is unusual, but not impossible. One victim was missing soft tissue, including tongue and eyes.
Later analysis suggested environmental and scavenger activity after death. This detail is often sensationalized, but post-mortem exposure in extreme environments can alter remains significantly. There was no evidence of struggle with another group, no footprints indicating attackers, no signs of combat. This fact eliminated several theories early, though not public speculation. Soviet authorities conducted an investigation. They concluded the deaths were caused by a compelling natural force. The case was closed. Details were classified. This conclusion explained little, but ended inquiry. When information disappears, speculation grows. Sealed files created narrative gaps, and gaps invite theories, whether grounded or not. Decades later, modern researchers revisited the case. Improved understanding of snow dynamics suggested a type of avalanche scenario. This explanation fits some evidence, but not all. Every explanation accounts for certain facts. None accounts for all. This is not unusual in historical cases with degraded evidence, but it prevents closure. 9 people died. They left their tent abruptly. They were not attacked by another group. No criminal charges were filed. These facts remain stable. This case endures because it sits between tragedy and uncertainty. Nature was involved, but how and when remains unclear. When evidence ends, mystery begins. There was no crime proven, no trial, no guilty party. The verdict is absent. The mountains remain, the files remain, and the truth remains incomplete. This is the verdict.